Perhaps the percussion are the earliest musical instruments. They've been around as long as Homo sapiens, perhaps even longer. It could even be said that our bodies were the first percussion instruments.
So the world is my instrument.
Percussion instruments roughly divide into two groups, depending on whether or not they produce a definite pitch. Percussion without definite pitch, like the bass drum, cymbals, snare drum, castanets, tam-tam, and whip, and those with pitch, like the xylophone and the timpani.
Most of these things, most of the equipment that you see is geographically special. It's indigenous to some area, and it kind of defines that area. And for instance, the New York Philharmonic is going on tour this summer to Asia, and of course that is gong heaven.
The timpani are also called kettle drums. The kettle drums are particularly important in the orchestra because, unlike many other percussion instruments, they can take part in the harmony. A minimum of 3 drums is used in the modern orchestra to avoid constant retuning. Early kettle drums were used to make as much noise as possible to scare the enemy. The earliest were tuned by tightening the animal skins on top of the drums by hand. Later, various mechanisms were invented to make tuning easier. Today, kettle drums are quickly tunable. And now we come to old bones, as it's called, the xylophone. The earliest instruments came from Africa and Indonesia, where they're still played today. The xylophone has a series of resonant bars of wood or synthetic material tuned to an exact scale and arranged much like the keyboard of a piano. One of the first composers to write serious music for the xylophone was Camille Saint-Saëns, more than 100 years ago, when he wrote his Danse Macabre, in which the xylophone is used to depict the rattling of skeleton bones.